In 2015, I ran the London Marathon free bleeding on my menstrual cycle to combat the period stigma that women and girls and trans folks face all around the world. And when that story went viral, it really allowed me to step into my shoes talking about these issues, not only through public speaking, but through my music. And today I feel like the biggest issue facing women and girls in media especially is the blatant normalized misogyny that's in music. And so while I'm not here to tell other people how to make, their songs, I am here to provide and design the alternative. I often say I don't want to have to turn up and go dancing to the sound of my own oppression. And so by producing beats that I find uplifting, by rapping and singing about things that don't contribute to the oppression of somebody else, I do believe that that's how I'm making my difference in the world. In 2011, I graduated from Georgetown University with a bachelor's in mathematics, political science, and women's studies. And then in 2015, I went on and completed my MBA at Harvard, where I studied business and focused on the entertainment industry. My initial idea was first to go into politics because I wanted to make a difference in the world. And then I thought, okay, maybe I can go work at a record label on the business side, shaping who we sign as artists and kind of being a more open gatekeeper to sign more feminist-minded acts. But really the through line there was to make a difference in the world. And we have to constantly be analyzing how we can make our biggest impact. And for me, I wanted to combine those skills of being able to run my own business, to be able to be a creative thinker, to be able to take my math and apply it to my music. And so today, I would say the math serves me as a music producer, just using different kinds of music technology, which I can even show you briefly. It's my home studio, to make the sounds that I believe are changing the world. And then the business side and the business degree is to be able to be sustainable and not exploited as an independent musician, to be able to advocate for myself, to be able to take care of myself, to be able to get my music, heard by as many people as possible. So that's how I use my degree for my activism. I am finishing up my second EP in a series of 3. The first one was called Voices. This one is called Visions. In Visions, it's really an album about looking inward to be your best self in order to serve humanity outward. I often say that the genre of music that I play is electro-feminist. I say that only because the rhythms are electronically produced and the themes are often something about love or something about sort of modern gender liberation and feminism. My intention is for folks to be able to be pulled in by the rhythm and the beats and the joyfulness of it and the melody, but then to be able to learn something, to be like, gosh, let me question some of society's most problematic norms. Let me think about how I understand the role of women and girls and trans folks in society today. How does gender play a role in my life? I want someone to listen to my music and go on an intellectual journey. So that's really the intention of this record. It's going to be out in October of 2019, and I can't wait for you all to hear it. As a musician and as a creative person, I like to think about the different ways that folks can receive my message of elevating and celebrating the female and feminine voices. And besides producing music, in the summer of this year, I put out an entire merch collection of different sort of positive sloganed t-shirts. So our most popular collaboration is The Future is Female, which we have in both English and Spanish. We have Own Your Voice, Don't Be Afraid. Own Your Voice is really about stepping into the fullest of your power and being brave enough to say what's honest to you. Because if it's honest for you, it's probably true for somebody else, and they just needed somebody to say it for them as well. So be that person. Go first, Another phrase that we have is, oh my bad habits have got to go. It's a personal mantra about being your best self, about saying, how can I improve as a person? What do I need to work on so that I can better serve my higher purpose? And so I think making clothing that's not only ethically and locally produced and sort of the art is collaborated with other female identifying folks, which I'm really proud of. It's about saying, how do we give someone something to work on and to hold as a mantra after they listen to the song, after they've come to a show? And my merch line was how to do that. studied mathematics and business and political science, always with the intention of either serving my higher purpose on the political side or as a sort of business mind in the music industry. But I eventually felt that producing and singing and writing these themes of feminism into my own music and putting that out was sort of the most effective way that I could elevate and celebrate the female voice, and that I could combat problematic gender stereotypes and normalize misogyny in music and media today. And that is how I shape my future.